Yo, Jordan, what's happening, man? Excuse me. Hope you've had a good Monday and you're off to a good start to your week. Sadly, I'm out of Madrinas, so I'm back to the K-Cup life when it comes to coffee. But this is actually pretty good. This is a nice dark roast coffee we have here. And yo, DigiPrime, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good start to the week because no work. That's right, you have a 4-day weekend this weekend, don't you? Dude, that's awesome. That is very, very awesome. I think that's something kind of interesting to note because like that doesn't happen now that since I stream. Like that doesn't really matter now that I stream because my stream schedule is like totally independent of holidays. It's whatever I make it, which is kind of neat. Yo, Zekro, gaming expert and Flareon, what's up, guys? How you doing? Well, I do have the world record currently, Flareon, but I'm looking to beat it. So that's basically what we're trying to do here is to beat my own time, which is the record. In tomorrow, but then off for the rest of the week. Oh, awesome! So how come just one day this week, Jordan? It's interesting. The OG Trilogy Crash Warped Mad Bombers Gold Time Trial. I do not remember the time. I just know that I tend to get around like a like a low 120, most of the time that I do it. And that's a platinum relic very easily. Might be in the 140s, I think, for the gold. Just did 114.30 in OG Crash 3. Nice, man. Dude, you've come a long way since that 3-hour run. Like, that's huge improvement. Congratulations. Today is probably not going to be a Warped 105 day. I woke up not feeling super, like, fresh in the mind. So, I am, and I wanted to do some any percent today, too. Excuse me. So I wanted to do some full trilogy and basically see what we can do with this category because we have, I can definitely beat this time, and I wanted to do something a little different. Been doing a lot of hundo stuff lately. I haven't really done too much any percent, so I wanted to give the any percent category some love. It happens, Zekro. It's easy time save for next time. Got a 210. Yeah, I think the gold relic time is somewhere in the 140s. Something like that. Oh, I see. So you were gonna take the whole week off, but ended up having to come in tomorrow. Well, that's fine. It's just one day. It's just one day. Yo, Migo Boy and Super Dito, how are you guys doing? And Super Spyro, thank you guys. Thank you for the good luck, by the way. How's it going? 120 star is hard as butts. It is super hard. And I haven't even run it yet. And I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling that it's hard just by watching it. Yo, Cameron, how's it going, by the way? I don't blow up that stack of TNTs because I'm always nervous that after I blow up the TNTs that I will then get hit afterwards and lose this invincibility here. So that's why I don't do that. You can, and if you get there fast enough, then you shouldn't have a problem, but I'm always like nervous about that in particular. Oh yeah, I believe it, Jordan. It's so easy to let the sleep schedule go crazy if you don't have something that you need to be like awake for. Totally understand. Just got your schedule? Oh, nice. How did your schedule come out, Flareon? That TNT won't... Excuse me. Yeah, I probably should have more courage there, Cameron. Like, I should just do it. But I figured, like, I figured, like, I didn't want to go for it if I was going to lose a mask, because I would lose time, like, losing a mask more than I would gain by getting the 3 boxes. But if I was really like jamming Crash 190% hard, which I'm not currently right now, then I would probably consider then I would probably just start doing it to get the, you know, try to get as many optimizations as possible. But currently I'm not really focusing too hard on that category, so I haven't been like super picky with how that goes. Well, I don't take each category equally as, like, competitively Super Dito. Like, I like to run a variety of categories because, you know, I'm with you. Like, I can't do... Like, I have been on speedrun grinds before where I've done, like, the same category for a long time. And that's totally fine. But sometimes I like to switch categories and do something different. And be able to, you know, have a little bit of variety in there as well. So that's one of the things that I've liked lately, I think over the past week, about changing categories, is that it is something different, you know, which is really cool, and it does help keep things fresh. You can actually make it pass, but it's almost frame perfect. The you're talking about the piston that, like, blocked me, right? If so, I believe it, because I've never made it past that cycle. Got a class that you don't want? Well, at least it's just one class. It's not like the whole schedule is totally messed up. You need less things to be awake for. Yeah, sometimes you can, you know, get your schedule overloaded. Absolutely. I definitely had really busy times like that before in the past, and even in a not so distant past, where there's just, like, so much stuff going on. But, you know, as long as it's all worth it and it's all worthwhile at the end of the day, then that's what matters. Aside from routing, like, routing and knowing where to go is a big part of, like, Mad Bombers, honestly. That is definitely a big part of it. I think, like, for Mad Bombers, it's like, you know, making sure your lines are straight. Like, are you taking the fastest path, like, as the crow flies, to each plane as well? Just kind of making sure that the way you approach the planes, making sure that the way you approach the planes is, like, you know, a good line to take. Like, it cuts corners, or, like, you know, you're able to get to each plane as fast as possible. Yo, Spy Please, what's up? Thank you for the good luck. How you doing? 50K already? What do you mean? And yo, Suscree, what's going on? Okay, yeah, that one I've never actually made. But if I can make it, then that would be sweet. It is. I just haven't been grinding, like, the any percent categories. Excuse me. I haven't really been putting my focus into the any percent categories. I've been doing like Crash 200% and, like, some of the other, like, max percent categories, which is good movement practice, but it doesn't focus on some of, like, the smaller, you know, specific optimizations, so to speak. What's going on, Ramarias? How you doing? Well, that's what I'm thinking about right now, Super Dito, is that's what I'm thinking about, Super Dito, is one of the reasons why I've been trying the max percent categories for the individual games is to like, kind of feel out a 312. You know, basically basically to feel out a 312 and see if I, if I could do one, because I didn't want to like commit to one if I like hated, one of the categories or something, or if I just like had a really bad time with it. But so far so good. I've really enjoyed, I've honestly really enjoyed the max percent category so far, and I hope to do some. I'm gonna try 105 for Crash 3 pretty soon, and I definitely would like to do a 312. We'll see. We'll see exactly when. Like, I would want to plan it in advance so you guys know, since it's kind of a special thing. But I have been thinking about that, and that's one of the reasons why I've been category hopping, is to, basically just try everything out and see how it goes. Yeah, exactly, Super Dito. Yeah, the 309 became the 312 when, yeah, the 309 became the 312 when Stormy Ascent got released. Yeah, that would make sense. I think that's something that I do. That's something that I can probably do more. That's one thing that I noticed after watching some other people do some runs. Like, I think that I could get into a better habit of like jumping up slopes all the time. That I definitely do miss some opportunities, but it's hard to think about it all the time unless you like really like hammer it down, so to speak. I think it is for third mass form, but I don't know about otherwise. I don't see too many other runners do that, where they spin where they land all the time. I think it's an invincibility thing. How does the math work out for 617, Zekro? Got an all clear to do a... Whoa. Got an all clear to do a run? Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed a earlier message, Super Spyro. Do a run for what exactly? What's up, Poonage? Yeah, Orange Bit Jordan did happen. Absolutely. It happened a couple days ago, I think. Friday. Yeah, it happened on Friday. The big 30,001 cheer you see up top. Pretty amazing stuff, not gonna lie. Oh, I tried to jump over the gem, but I picked it up anyway. I remember a while ago hearing that you could jump over the gem, but I might have approached it from a bad angle. That's okay. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Jordan is a very generous fella. The the original trilogy and full trilogy, or the Insane trilogy. That would take a very long time. Like a 305 for me, given I have no experience in Crash 1 for the original game, would take a very long time. Like that would definitely take a very long time. What's going on, Jorge? I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not expecting any more DLC or updates given what's going on with Destiny 2, but we'll see. We don't know what can happen later on in the year. Yeah, I saw that, Poonage. That was awesome, man. Dude, I would have been broken after that, too. That's pretty incredible. Dude, I know, because I have two different splitting methods. For any percent, it's bosses, and for 100% runs, it's individual levels. And I always get confused going back and forth. The nice thing is that it's an easy fix. Oh, I was. I was at the, it was towards the end of the stream. I remember it was a pretty long one too. Because I think I did 2 Crash 105 runs back to back, and then Jordan hit me with that. And I was like, yo, I definitely was pretty broken. I was very tired too, so I definitely like only had so much broken that I could get at the time. But that was awesome. Yeah, it's that amount, Spy Please. It would be very long. It would be very long. I kind of like having individual level splits though, just because it's nice to have precise sum-of-bests. But especially for like Crash 2 and 3, like you're gonna be rerouting some, so it doesn't make as much sense. For Crash 1, since it's more linear, I think you could still get away with it. But yeah, Crash 2 and 3, you kind of don't want that because you want to have the freedom to be able to reroute if you need to. That I don't know, Ramarias. I really don't know. Like, I know that Activision and Vicarious Visions are working pretty hard on they're working pretty hard on Destiny 2 right now. So I'm not really sure about any new content or patches to the current game or anything. I think new content would be more likely than patches, though, if they were going to do something. Yo, what's up, Pokemon Trainer? Just got the Platinum in Crash 2. Nice, man, and no problem. Dude, I'm glad I could help. That's a very formidable bit boss, Spoonage. Yeah, it is nice. Like, I definitely did that for Crash 3, no item glitch, and for, like, Crash 2, no game over abuse. Like, for those categories, I definitely had individual level splits where most people didn't. But nowadays, I think I'm better at remembering like routing stuff in my head. So that way I can get away with warp room splits, even if I occasionally derp sometimes. You know, it's still nice to have that there, and it is a little bit simpler. You could do that too, Zekro. That would also work. What's going on, Fabian, by the way? How are you doing? So I tried to download the thing yesterday, Jordan, and I got a 404 error. So I'm running an older version of the app right now. Just to make sure that it runs proper. Just make sure that it runs, because you know the other one just displays question marks, unfortunately. But yeah, I got a 404 error. So probably after today's stream, you can go ahead and re-download it again. It should be good. Why am I 100%ing the level? Oh, ha. Yeah, muscle memory. Muscle memory. That's okay. At least I stopped. Because I wasn't getting the Tana tokens, but I just wasn't even thinking about it, and went to break the TNT. Because I'm getting like too used to the 100% categories. It's okay. It's definitely not a run killer by any means. Yo, that's awesome to hear, Fabian, by the way. Congratulations. And what's going on, James and Jeppy Demand? How you doing? It's going pretty decent though, James. I'm feeling a little bit groggy this morning, but aside from that, it should be a good day nonetheless. It's getting a little bit warmer though here, so I'm a little bit worried about the temperature. Oh, oops. Shit. I'm dumb. Yeah, I got in a... Okay. Yeah, I couldn't think fast enough. I was like trying to think about like I was like, oh, I have 2 masks. I can do the fast strat. Oh, it's too late for that. Okay, now I missed this cycle, and I need to do something, so bam. Like, it was definitely not very good. I just got really confused and could not figure out what to do. It's okay though. We'll still be saving time here. Yeah, maybe so, Jordan. Definitely. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out later and make sure that I can still download it. Yeah, that's definitely pretty warm. You know, again, without AC, of course. If you have AC, it's nothing. Glad you're doing all right, Jeppy. And yeah, it's definitely definitely what's going on in Texas with the flooding is pretty crazy. And I definitely hope that you know, definitely hope that they, you know, get the help they need and that everybody's okay. What's going on, Jacobino and Red Juan? We're trying to. Whether we will succeed or not is another story. But we are certainly trying to. I would rather get this mask. I thought about whether or not I wanted to go for it, but I think I'm going to get this mask. You need to get the green gem in this level, Zekro. So we do actually need to 100% this level. So, that being said, I remember I was watching Kane actually a few days ago, and he was trying out some strats in Castle Machinery that, as an attempt to see if we needed the green gem anymore, because if we do those, you know, if you can go balls out and do some skips in Castle Machinery, then you may not actually need to get the green gem here, which would, you know, which would greatly change the run. And I think the conclusion after that was, I think the conclusion after that was that it was the same time. So it wasn't actually faster or slower. It wasn't, or at least it wasn't that different. Whether you chose to do the green gem or whether you chose to do balls out Castle Machinery strats, but and that it was really preference. But it's kind of interesting because, you know, it's kind of been a thing in Crash Any Percent to get the green gem. You just kind of do it. And then now there's, you know, now there are some strats done that can say, well, maybe you don't need it. And there is another way, which is kind of interesting. What's up, Rom? How you doing? And yo, thanks, Jeppy. I appreciate it. Definitely not a master, but working our way up. Developing a loading counter for him. Oh, like a auto splitter? Fun employed again? Ah, I see. But you'll be employed by school soon enough, Jacobino. How far along are you in your curriculum? Just out of curiosity. It does in many different contexts, Jordan. Context is everything. Give the program a video of your NST run, it automatically counts the loading time. That's actually really awesome because I remember I was talking, I think it was with Rom actually, about like, maybe it was Rom and Jordan, about how like you could about how you could do that to where you could show visually, you know, like a program could tell visually based on what the screen is when you're in a loading screen versus when you're not, and that it could count the loads based off of that, which is really awesome. So that's cool. I'm glad that that's kind of coming to life. Green gem, let's go. Oh, I see. It's all good though. Definitely, like, it's good that you know now. Yo, Poon with the $2. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Test Kappa 123 Kappa 123 beep boop asterisk 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 greater than less than 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 4 quack quack. Banana banana banana. Don't you just hate it when your cap goes meow 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 meow. Meow, less than 3.
Yo, Poonage, thank you for the $2, buddy. I appreciate it. I love how it said 123 too. Like it had to like say it properly. It wouldn't say it just 1, 2, 3. I think if you put a space in between it, it'll say Kappa 1, 2, 3, but it just says 123 instead currently. Been shipping a lot of vegetables. That's pretty cool. I don't know too many people on Twitch who actually do work on a farm, which is pretty awesome. You know, you guys do the people's work. You know, without you guys, we would be eating lollipops all the time. Whoops, there we go. What's going on, Gibbons? How you doing today, buddy? You are not invisible now. That's for sure. But yeah, I've been enjoying the British text-to-speech voice. I think we'll keep that. Sorry, man. Chat just moves kind of fast sometimes, you know. Hello again, Suscree. How you doing? That's awesome, though. Like, I'm glad that that's fulfilling to you and that you really like it, Jeppy. Do bum 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 bum. I don't know about traffic though, Rom. That might be an exception to the rule. See how this goes. Nobody has done anything with tea and crumpets yet. I don't know. I'm a little bit surprised by that too, but I don't know. It just might not be a thing here. I mean, to be fair, my area definitely doesn't have the best traffic, but the traffic is better than where I come from. So a lot of people complain about the traffic around here, but I come from, you know, the DMV area where traffic is truly, you know, I think truly bad. You know, top 5 worst in the country sort of thing. And so this is really not bad. Oh. Yeah, that's okay, because I can't do anything with this in Boulder Dash anyway, so it kind of works out. I have no idea what you're referring to, Gibbons and Zekro, but that sounds pretty bad. Three cars stopped would be in the paper. Like, is your hometown kind of in the countryside? Romp? It's interesting. I'm not really sure why your thing is not popping up, Poonage. That's very weird. What's going on, Reapers? How you doing? It has been a little while. I think it's been a little over a week, I think, since the last time I did full Trilogy, because I've been doing a lot of Crash 2 100%, been hopping around the max percent categories as well. The countryside of an island, too? Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see why that would make the paper. Might not change what, Flareon? Yo, what's going on, Bucket? How you doing, man? Whoops. Bonk. Do 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 do. Ba-da-da-dum. Just had some dinner and now having meat sweats. Like sweats from eating too much meat, or like I'm not actually sure what you're referring to, for that matter. Sounds interesting. The only reason I know of the Orkney Islands is because of Top Gear, when they did the episode with the Porsche Panamera. But yeah, that's weird. I'm not really sure why your name isn't updating. Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why. I might be able to fix this too, actually. Oh no! Question mark, question mark. No! I used an older one too. I was using an older thing. Oh, yikes. Oh man. I used an older one too. That's so sweet. That's so weird. Yeah, I don't understand that. They called us the Orkneys and you got mad? Whoa! I thought I pressed X. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure that was a buffer right there. Cuz I'm pretty certain that I pressed X and I just walked right off. See, the thing is though, it shouldn't display that. Like the older one should show the older one would show question mark, question mark, question mark, and then it would show the correct donation amount. But and it would show the correct donation amount. But oh, oops. Yo, Bucket, the 3 months. Dude, thank you for hitting that sub button once again, man.
3 months already.
Yo, thank you, man, for the 3 months of subbing, dude. I appreciate it. I can't believe it's been 3 months already. It seems like it's been... It doesn't even feel like it's been 3 months whatsoever. I guess this is technically the start of the 3rd month, so it's been 2 months. But still. That's pretty awesome. The 3-month resubs are coming around. That is definitely awesome. Apparently the teacher you got is amazing. Ah. No, the teacher definitely can the teacher definitely can make a big difference. But yeah, it is kind of weird. I have a backup. Like there is something that I can fix. I think I can fix it. It's suboptimal, but I can like work out a fix for it. But yeah, we'll definitely have to work on that later, Jordan, for sure. Nah, I wouldn't do that, gaming expert. But thank you for the good luck. I do appreciate it. What's going on, Alamia? How you doing? Good to see you. How's life? Aw, thank you, by the way. I definitely hope so too, Alamia. Thank you. And we'll see what happens. So far, so good with this run, but we know how quickly that can change. We shall see. Challenge accepted, Bucket. Challenge accepted. You're having pizza tonight? Awesome, Zekro. What sort of pizza? Did you just have pizza yesterday, or very recently, or am I thinking of somebody else? Not that that's a problem, but it was something I just thought of. You had ribs today? Oh yeah, dude, ribs are amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and there we go. So yeah, this is a temporary fix for now. So I'm using the default Streamlabs API. I'm using the regular the Streamlabs API, so it'll show the correct top donation. But yeah, I guess once we fix once we fix this app, Jordan, that works with the donations and bits and stuff. We should fix the most recent sub as well, because it looks like it's not displaying Bucket's resub as the most recent. A boneless pizza, yeah. I mean, eating pizza on the beach is pretty delicious, Zekro. Are we talking a margarita pizza? That's my guess right now. Yo, Sonic, thanks for the host, man. How you doing? What's up, Biggie? Dude, no worries, man. Hope you had a safe trip home. How you doing? Yeah, Koala has done plenty of arm days. A lot of upper body days, not so much leg day. Might be a small hole in his game. Just a thought. Glad to hear you made it home safe as well, by the way. Margarita with arugula and ham. Ah, okay. Interesting. All right, there we go. Well, that's pretty cool that you've got Oddworld tattoos at Lamia. That is pretty awesome. Remember how I said Kermit voice actor got replaced? Go on. What's up, Jugza? For some reason, I read your message as air conditioning is sexist, and I feel like that was not what you were referring to. Oh, hang on. Any percent. Hang on. Hang on. Hold the phone. There we go. I caught it before we got too deep into it. Either that or margarita with porcini when I'm kind of tired. Or it's the 5th pizza of the week. What is porcini? kind of mushrooms? Oh, I see. I see now. I've never heard of mushrooms called porcini. I just kind of hear of I just kind of hear mushrooms as mushrooms, basically. What's going on, Diamond? How you doing? Stormy Ascent will not be in this run, unfortunately. But you can be pretty sure that Stormy Ascent will pop up again. Will pop up again on stream soon enough. What's up, Jay Smooth? How you doing? I'm thinking the date for the votes might be a little different. Like, I don't want to take it too, you know, I don't want to. I think the date will be different depending on what date we choose for the race. So that's why for the race command I edited it so it looks. Excuse me. I edited the race command to take out the specific dates because they're still in flux, basically. What's going on, Naynad? How are you doing? Whoops. We're not that good at this split. I have played a little bit of Dead Rising Dark Reapers. I wasn't too thrilled with it, but I haven't played a little of it before. That happened a while ago, Dark Reapers. That happens in the Lost City, and we already got the green gem, so we're good. Dude, always Diamond. Always. And yo, Eisendorf, what's up, man? Thanks for the good luck. Is it a good idea to wash your bass guitar with water? I just use like a dry cloth, honestly. I think there is some type of cleaning solution you can use with your guitar. But depending on the material, it's probably not a good idea to use water. For some reason, that raises a red flag with me. Porcini are a staple of Italian cooking. Okay. Is porcini like the standard mushroom that like people tend to use, or what is a standard mushroom that like the common mushroom when people say like, oh, I want mushrooms on my steak or something? Like, what is that called? Right, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly why I was like raising a red flag in my head. I was like, I never tried it with water, but I never really wanted to. Like, something just would rub me the wrong way, basically. Sounds like he had a run-in with Koala Kong, Eisendorf. So are porcini mushrooms then like the common mushroom? Whoa, what happened there? Thought I jumped long enough. That's interesting. There are 3 certainties in life, aren't there, Poonage? Whoa, okay. I mean, I almost died. That would have been bad. Well, let's not go there, Jugza. I'd be happy to discuss it with you in private, but I don't want to go there right now. That's diving into politics. Do not want to go there and chat. Why is it that you've got so many Italians? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, man. I know for in Europe, you know, a lot of people are off work now, and in my time zone, a lot of people are at work. So it's not surprising that there's a lot of people who watch from Europe because, you know, because it's after work time, so most people are home. Just watch the DuckTales reboot. I forget when that stuff first came out. Yo, what's going on, Cisatrez? How you doing? And yeah, there's a bank holiday in the UK as well. That's a good point. Well, that's fine. Like, I don't have a problem with, like, you know, your opinions or, like, debate on the issue. It's just, I don't want to go there in Twitch chat. I don't think it's appropriate to discuss that sort of thing right here and right now. And yo, it's Dark Reapers, no worries, buddy. Take it easy, but excuse me. And what's up, Magico? How you doing? I just realized I've been forgetting to break boxes along the way. Whoa. I drink coffee? I do. I drink coffee every morning. I don't drink coffee any other time during the day, but I have 1 cup first thing in the morning, and that works out. That works out just fine for me. Are you a coffee guy as well, J Smooth? Why am I 100%ing? I'm not. I am breaking boxes along the way because it helps cut down on the box breaking animation where it crashes back, basically gets wrecked. So I'm not going too far out of my way, but when I go past certain boxes, I'll duck off to the side and just break them, you know, without stopping, of course. It has been a little while, Magico. It's good to see you, though. How are you? And what's up, Panda Emic? How are you doing as well? That's fair. I do enjoy drinking tea as well. But I think in the morning, I just kind of like the taste of coffee better. Like, I feel like coffee just kind of suits me better as a morning drink. What's going on, Reese W? How are you doing? And yes, I did, Rom. I saw White Paw's new record. That's pretty awesome. He's been putting in a lot of work into Crash 190%. And it has paid off. You know, 40 is not easy in that category. Oh, I see, J Smooth. What kind of coffee do they tend to like in general? Or are they not too picky? Aw, dude, that's rough, Sonic. It seems like you're a good sport about it though, which is good. I would definitely not be very happy about that either. That's a long distance. Yeah, I can get with that, Jugza. Like, during the day, it's probably better to drink tea than coffee, I would say. They love Folgers. I haven't had Folgers coffee in a very long time. I tend to like switch around with K-Cups. Like I tend to do like variety packs of K-Cups and just have like, I feel like a dark roast today. I feel like hazelnut today, and just kind of take it one morning at a time. What's going on, Gimmick? Thanks for the good luck. And what's going on, Jacko? No, I did not. I'm just trying to improve it. Do I have a Nintendo Switch? I do not. I do not have a Nintendo Switch. I would like to have one, but I just can't justify buying one right now. Unfortunately. Yeah, the time that you see at the end of my splits is the current world record time, which is mine. It's my PB. So if we beat this time, then we beat the record. If we don't, then we don't. Aww. I was trying to go fast through there and not slow down, but that wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work. It's okay, though. We got to the next checkpoint, so it's not a big deal. Yo, what's going on, M? How you doing? What kind of hazelnut coffee do I like? Honestly, I don't know, because I just kind of see hazelnut coffee as hazelnut coffee. As far as brands go, I haven't really found one that really stands out to me. It's actually just got a new variety pack, and I'm trying to basically just sample the lot and see, you know, basically see what I like the most. Right now, I'm actually drinking a dark roast that's pretty good. It's called Rev, with this like really obnoxious packaging on the front, which is pretty funny. but it tastes very good. What can you do besides jumping and spinning? Not die. That certainly helps. J Smooth. What's going on, Shed, by the way? How you doing? I know exactly what you mean, too. Spinning when you land is pretty important when you have invincibility. There's, you know, cutting corners in levels like Generator Room. In 100%, you have things like the Great Gate Skip. You know, you've got some, there's some strats that are pretty new for castle machinery that allow you to kind of skip through certain parts of the level, which are pretty cool. Since we get the green gem in this run, we're not going to do them, but having an alternate way to do, to get through the run without just relying on the green gem is really nice as well. Yo, nice, Jugza. Dude, your RNGs were blessed. Absolutely. I guess they're hogs, but yeah, they're like pigs, boars, hogs, you know, that sort of family of creature. Gaming expert. Slippery Climb definitely, after now doing Stormy Ascent, doesn't really feel too bad. That was kind of annoying to miss that cycle. What am I doing? I'm just like not even jumping at the right time. Okay, there we go. It's not too bad, honestly. It can be very punishing though, and things like that, where like if you're a little off or if you're just not like paying attention, then you know you can miss a jump or you know find yourself in a bad spot potentially. What's up? Oh sweet, how are you doing? Sounds good, gaming expert. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Imagine the high road to ruin. I've imagined it and now I don't want to think about it anymore. We will leave that one alone. I guess I didn't need to get that mask, but I feel a little better having it. And yo, Gimmick, thanks for the host. I appreciate it. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Yo, Atomic. How's it going? Pretty well so far. Pretty well so far. I don't know exactly where we're going to be until we finish the embryo split, because I believe in this particular full trilogy run, I did not get the green gem. So our Koala Kong and Pinstripe splits were skipped, because otherwise they would be inaccurate, given that we do the green gem basically. And that would affect the best segments in particular greatly. So we definitely do have quite a bit of time to save. Our Crash 1 run was probably the weakest of this particular run, and Crash 2 and 3 were actually very strong. So, honestly, I'm more worried about Crash 3 than Crash 2. Just because like I haven't been playing Crash 3 as much. But if we can clutch a good time here, hold our own in Crash 2, like get around, you know, PB pace, and then, you know, then we're in good shape heading into Crash 3. So I have to see what happens. Definitely it's a long run, and there's a lot of things that can go right and can go wrong, but we'll just have to take it one split at a time. That's good to hear, Sweet. And what's going on, Dolly? So full of pasta? What kind of pasta did you have? That was me Saturday night. That was me Saturday night. I definitely had... What? Come on. Again, I thought I pressed jump. I thought I pressed jump and Crash just walked right off. That's rough. Do I know Captain Utu? I don't think so. I don't think I've heard the name Captain Utu before. Chickpea pasta with spinach? Sounds interesting. Sounds healthy too with the leafy green vegetables. Alright, sounds good, Biggie. I mean, that's annoying, but what are you gonna do, right? I think that felt similar to what happened in Sunset Vista, where it looked like I just kind of walked off the platform. So I think that was a case of like input buffering, or you know, something weird happening, because I thought I was pretty sure that I pressed the button in time. Captain Tutu, still not really sure. J Smooth, actually. Well, what were you gonna mention anyway, though? No, Crash 3 All Gems is not really a thing. It's any percent or 105 usually. Kind of one or the other. Yeah, I don't know. I have a second DualShock 4 that I can try later on and see if maybe that will make a difference. But I don't know. This controller came with my system and is in really good condition. So I'd be surprised if it was the controller. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Well, what does that person like? What does that person do, J Smooth? Like, what does that person do on Twitch? Yo, what's going on, Colo? How you doing, buddy? It doesn't really happen that often, though. That is one thing that I have noticed, is that input issues definitely don't happen very often. They do, but like, they do happen, but I think they happen pretty sparingly in general, which is good. I mean, I like the DualShock 1s and 2s. I prefer the DualShock 1s, given the option. But I do like the old controllers, too. It's interesting how heavy they feel. Like, when you're used to a DualShock 4, it's really interesting how heavy a... whoops, my bad. How heavy, like, an older controller feels. Like this one, for example. Like, when you're holding it in your hand. Well, that's good news. It's good that it's not a hardware thing, because the hardware thing is kind of frustrating, because then, you know, nobody likes having a shoddy controller. Nobody wants to be the guy using the Mad Catz controller at your friend's house. DualShock 3? I didn't like the DualShock 3 very much. Or, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say the DualShock 3. DualShock 3 is okay. I have the 6-axis, like the original PS3 controllers, and I really don't like them. And they are in the worst condition, I think, of all of my PlayStation controllers, for that matter. Yeah, I think I prefer D-pads to be sensitive for the older controllers, just because like it makes zigzagging easier. But I don't need everything to be super sensitive, of course. Like I don't mind having to put some effort into jumping, for example. Do 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 do. What if Embryo soft locks in this boss battle? That would be so sad. I tend to wait long enough before activating those guys, though, so it shouldn't be a big deal. What's going on, Shazen? How you doing? Meaning, like, if you're doing wireless or if you're doing remote play type stuff? Or something different? I've never gotten it before, Shed. So, like, it hasn't happened before, but I am aware that, or at least personally, but I'm aware that it's some kind of timing thing with when you hit those green blobs, and that you do have control over that. There we go. But yeah, my controller is always hardwired to the PS4. I wouldn't have it any other way if I could help it. Hey. Alright, so we're definitely looking good. I guess I don't blame Sony for making sure that you use their controllers on their product. I guess I can't really fault them for that, basically. Do 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 do. I'm hearing that in my head right now, Poonage. I want it out. I need that out of my head pronto. Song is too easy to get stuck in your head. Yeah, the D-pad is fine on the PS4 controller. Like, it definitely doesn't bother me for PS TV, for example, when I'm doing like old school Crash 2. But I think I do prefer the D-pad of the like original controllers a little bit better. I really want to get my original DualShock 1 working, because that was easily the best controller I ever had, and that was primarily because the D-pad was so nice. It made zigzagging feel like, you know, it made zigzag feel like slicing butter. It was amazing. But it has a broken X button, and we need to basically restore it back to life. I was more so referring to Poonage's quote, but this level's music does get stuck in my head, and it's actually not a bad thing. I probably won't do song requests. I probably won't do song requests, especially as long as I'm doing speedrun content. Excuse me. There we go. What's going on, Venom? How you doing? The best controller for Crash 1 is my old PS1 controller without DualShock. A lot of people like those. Like, a lot of people like the small, like, non-DualShock controllers. For me, I feel like they're too light. Like, I have a, like, I feel like they're too light. Like, I have a problem where, like, I feel like I'm just, like, squeezing the controller, or I feel like I'm kind of flexing it with the way that I hold it. Outside of that, though, I definitely do like the feel of them. Oh, you're talking about media share, Jordan. Oh yeah, I know. Like, media share would be broken. Media share would be broken, as it always is. Yo, what's going on, Celethia? I'm doing full Trilogy currently, and I kind of want to do some any percent stuff today, but 105 I'm planning on doing tomorrow. So Crash 3 105 I'm planning on doing tomorrow, and we still will do some Crash 3 today for full Trilogy of an any percent variety. So you will get to see that in not too long a time. I don't think so, Poonage. I would have to be a 105 50 something with loads. That's probably not going to happen. No, it's definitely not going to happen. I'm in 106 here. But we can still get a very good run, despite that. Yeah, that's like a mid 106, which is actually really good. I will definitely take that. You mean all relics and stuff? Yeah, like like Crash 3 105 I'm planning on doing tomorrow, Celethia. Also grew up with PSX and PS2 controllers. Yep. Yep, the muscle memory is very real. You know where everything is on this controller. She goes away, and Coco is brought in as a, I guess, less sexualized character, because I think there was an issue with Naughty Dog's marketing director, that complained that Tana was too sexist, being a babe, and so they put Coco in as like a stronger female character to basically fix that. I forgot about the touchpad, Jordan. I know it in Crash 2 because I know about the menuing, so it's like very ingrained in my head and muscle memory, but in the other games, sometimes I forget. Like there, I remembered because I'm used to doing it so many times, but I'm not used to doing it in Crash 2. Well, thank you, Shazen. And yeah, I've been very surprised, and I think I'm really happy that the Insane Trilogy has been received so well in general. Like it's pretty awesome how these games have worked out, and I think it's been a very surprise success for everybody. You know, people involved with the game and for fans of the game, streamers. You know, it's surprised everybody. I definitely don't mind it. I become very comfortable with it, of course, too, after doing a lot of Insane Trilogy runs. I guess that's a classic Aegon face moment there, Zekro. Unfortunately, sometimes that's how it goes. Sounds good, J-Smooth. I mean, the WoW meme definitely gives it exposure. I don't know if it really helped sell the game. You know, I don't know if we're really going to know that just by hard numbers. But it definitely does not hurt for exposure. Still, after 2 months, that would be, that's actually very awesome to hear, Shazen. What's up, Muma? How you doing? Well, yeah, but, like, Coco doesn't take any shit, basically, Atomic. Like, Tana just kind of sits there and looks pretty, whereas like Coco plays a more like functional role in the story, so to speak. I mean, that's pretty awesome, Shazen. And I think this was, I think, the highest selling console single player game or something. Like there was some kind of thing it did in the US too, where like apparently it was, actually I think it was the most successful like single player game on the PS4 this year. I think that's what I was thinking of. That was pretty surprising too. I definitely didn't think it would become, I definitely did not think the Insane Trilogy would do as well as it has. And yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good as well, Jordan. All right, Hang 8. What do you got for me? Am I going to do another run after this? Yes, Zekro. I'm going to be doing more runs after this. I don't know exactly what. We're going to kind of play it by ear, but yes, I will be doing more after this. Excuse me, full trilogy run. Not Jordan donated $1. Sounds suspicious.
Ultimate sellout mode, our house in the middle of our house in the middle of our. How's our house in the middle of our house, or awesome Chris?
Oh shit, I totally picked out the gem by accident. Yo, not Jordan, thank you for the $1. I do appreciate it. If you can hear the jingle, you know, our house in the middle of our street, except it just says house. That's actually really meta. I just thought about that a little bit more. That actually sounds super meta, our house in the middle of our house. I'm having trouble comprehending that right now, as a matter of fact. But yo, thank you, not Jordan, again, for the $1. I do appreciate it. Dude, I'm sure that was totally not you, Jordan. They said it wasn't you, so therefore it's not you. What's going on? Is it VLT? Or is it VIT or VIT? I believe it's VIT. I'm sorry. I have a hard time telling between I's and L's sometimes with the font in chat. How do you get gems in Crash 2? There is one gem in every level for finding and breaking all the boxes. And some levels have a second gem requirement that requires you to go through like a secret part of the level, or it requires you to go through a secret part of the level, or you know, have some other kind of special requirement. Whoops. That's okay. For example, Turtlewoods, which is the first level in the game, if you break 0 boxes before the end of the level, then you actually, then that's when you actually. There we go. Then you get the blue gem, for example. Is it like Crash 1 where you have to break all the boxes without dying? Nope, you can die as many times as you want. Well, before game overing, of course. But yeah, there isn't a no death clause like there is in Crash 1 for Crash 2. Possibly Linux compatible. It being Linux, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not very experienced with Linux systems. If you're talking about Crash 2 specifically, Shazen, Crash 2 is very life-starved in the Insane Trilogy. There are not very many extra lives in Crash 2. So, like, my first few runs of this game did have game overs in them as well. So don't even worry about it, man. It's a totally normal experience for Crash 2 Insane Trilogy speedrunning. Right. That's noble. And I think for um I think for me, I do like the 100% categories a lot in Crash games. Like, I love the any percent categories too. Like, they're definitely very good movement practice, and there's some, you know, exclusive strats to certain categories that are really neat. But 100% just feels really satisfying for some reason. And it's not like that much, it's not like a ton of extra effort either. It's not like it doesn't feel super tedious to get 100% in these games as well. Like, they flow kind of nicely. So I think I understand where you're coming from. Are the crystals found randomly throughout the levels? They're in the same spot each time. So like there is a certain spot in each level where the crystals spawn, but they are in different places in the level. Like, some are at the beginning, some are at the end, and some are, you know, anywhere in between. But they're, generally speaking, in your way, and they're very easy to find. So like, even though you could technically finish the level without getting the crystal, you basically walk right into it. So it's not a big deal. And no worries, Vit. But yeah, when you say the first one, do you mean the Insane Trilogy first one, or the like original one from 1996? The OG, baby? Alright. The real deal first one. Like, one of the differences I should note for the Insane Trilogy as well in Crash 1 is when you get the gems, you only have to not die for the color gems. The silver gems, you can die during your pursuit of the gems, and it's fine. But yeah, if you do have the means to pick up the Insane Trilogy and get caught up, by all means, definitely do so. It's awesome. What's going on, Nacho Cheese? I do. We are just trying to improve it. And how's it going, by the way? Not exactly. Like, they made it more forgiving in the sense that they removed the artificial difficulty of like not being allowed to die in a majority of the levels. But they still made the color gems, you know, they still made the color gems challenging, and you're not allowed to die in the color gem levels in particular. The physics make it harder to complete each level too, because your jump physics have changed a lot as well. Hopefully AV is about to make a new one. What do you mean AV? Why don't I have level splits instead of boss splits? For any percent, I have boss splits because, especially in Crash 2 and 3, especially in Crash 2 and 3, there's some rerouting that'll happen depending on whether or not you get hit in certain levels to try to, you know, get invincibility and, you know, do mask routing efficiently. So having boss splits is nice because if you have to reroute, it's not a big deal. You don't have to skip splits or shift splits around or, you know, do anything super fancy. So it allows you to do stuff on the fly pretty easily. And yo, thanks for the good luck. Certainly are. Definitely got a good Crash 1 run, and hopefully we can keep it up. They've been talking about, you know, exploring other intellectual property for remasters, which seems to point towards Spyro because Activision does own the Spyro IP. But who knows? They could do a new Crash game as well. They could do a CTR remake. They could do, you know, all kinds of stuff. Not Duty Jordan with the $1.
Prisma superstar, so if I say it's not Doody me, but not me, not means not and not. Means Doody, but each Doody means not, then is it not me or is? Hit me. Thinking emoji.
That was a mouthful. Not Duty Jordan, thank you. Thank you for the $1. By the way, I appreciate the support. Oh, by AV you mean Activision, got you. You're not allowed to die on a death route. Once you touch the death route platform, you're actually good to go. You can't die before touching the death route platform unless you haven't broken the first checkpoint. Then you're good. Then you're still good to go. What's going on, Robster and Ben Nascal? What's going on, Vivi? How are you doing? Singing "What Did the Puff Say?" I'm so glad that song is. I'm so glad that song is phased out. Of all the meme songs, I just could not really do that one. Just the "What Does the Fox Say?" just was not one that I found very entertaining. I couldn't do it. But yeah, thank you for the good luck, by the way, Ben. How are all you guys doing, by the way? The program I use is LiveSplit. That's a program you'll see pretty commonly used, Shazen, for split tracking. It is a really nice program. It's highly customizable, and would highly recommend it. And that's cool that you're thinking about speedrunning Crash, though. Do you know exactly like what type of gaming category you might want to start with, or still shopping around maybe? Can I say hey to your wife, Rosie? I certainly can. What's going on, Rosie? Hope you're doing well as well today. And yeah, no problem. I got you, Shazen. Whoa, hello. Do 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 do. Do crystals open up new levels? No. When you unlock a warp room, you can play any of the 5 levels in any order, but you need to get all 5 crystals from the warp room in order to then fight the boss that lets you into the next warp room. So unlike Crash 1, where you have to beat each level in order to unlock the next one, you can do each of the 5 levels in any order you choose in this game and in Crash 3, but you need to beat all of them before you can fight the boss and then move on to the next part of the game. I hope you're proud of yourself, by the way, Robster, because I now have "What Does the Fox Say" stuck in my head. I need it gone. If anybody has a cure for getting that song out of my head, please let me know. I'm in need. Yo, what's going on, Linus? How you doing? Both the Insane Trilogy and the original games are very different to speedrun. You know, the Insane Trilogy is a younger speed game, so it's definitely not fully optimized at this point. Oh, wow. And there are a number of differences in physics, movement, and things you can do within the speedrun. It's really preference. Some people prefer to run the old games. Some people prefer to run the new games. For me, I'm having a lot of fun with the Insane Trilogy, and I think it being a younger speed game is actually really cool because I ran the original games before I started running the Insane Trilogy, and those games are very well established. They're maybe not 100% optimized, but definitely a lot more optimized than these games are. And it's been cool to like check out the new strats that people find, and having something fresh as well. Alright, sounds good, Sonic. And yo, thanks, Jordan. I now have a different song stuck in my head that I don't want there. So with the cure comes a new problem. Crazy Frog? Oh man, we're digging up all the old meme songs and voices. Just been editing a video for your channel. Oh, cool. What sort of video? I'm glad you're doing fine, by the way. And yo, what's going on, Dictate? How are you doing? Most people start with Crash 1 any percent, Shazen. Like, that game has pretty simple movement to get started. And really, you could pick up any of the games and do a run, and it'll be just fine. But I think most people start with Crash 1 and then kind of move on from there to go into different games and categories. So I would say Crash 1 any percent is a good place to start. Rebecca Black has improved a lot since her Friday song. Oh, really? Really? I wonder how her new music then compares to Friday, because I feel like it's going to be hard for her to outdo Friday just because like it's gotten so many views right now. But like it's kind of ironic too that her like bad song is the one that's, you know, gotten her popular in the first place, and then her newer like better music is causing problems, or like is not like doing as well. Well, Crash 1 definitely is hard, Jason. Absolutely. But as far as like movement and like speedrun, you know, as like speedrun strats go, it's simple to get started with, and that's why a lot of people do, because it's a lot of running and jumping, and you know, you don't have as much like prerequisite knowledge you need to bring in. Ever heard Harold Faltermeyer, Axel F? I have not heard Axel F in a very long time. I might have to go listen to it later though. Actually send me a whisper with a link or with that song name in there so I can remind myself. I mean, I love Harold Faltermeyer's music. He was of course very heavily involved in the Top Gun soundtrack, which is amazing. It'll cure all the bad music from my head, Z Colo, and then put more bad music in it. So we're not doing any better. Can you get relics in Crash 2 without speed shoes? I believe you can get some, but it is much easier when you get the shoes. I know when you do 102% speed runs, we don't get any relics until we beat Cortex, and then we go back and do the time trials afterwards. So enough relics are hard enough without the Crash shoes that you just want to get the Crash shoes. That's interesting. I was spinning and died. That is actually very interesting. Have I heard the eBay song? No, actually I've not. What is the eBay song and how does it work? If you don't mind, Shazen, if you whisper me a link to one of Rebecca Black's newer songs, I'd be curious to hear about it, or curious to listen to it. I guess with a title like that, I'm not at all surprised that it's Weird Al. Womp womp. Brick-walled by those bombs. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. About all the stuff you buy on eBay, is it like the Poke Rap where he just lists a bunch of stuff, or is it more like lyrical, like where he's actually telling a story? Which Crash is my favorite? From the Insane Trilogy, I would say Crash 1, I think is my favorite. From the originals, it's close between Crash 2 and 3. It's pretty close between those two. Okay, I see, Jordan. Yo, Mithril Leaf, what's going on? How you doing? Have I heard the Duck song? I feel like I have, but I don't really remember what it is. Yo, life is good, Mithril Leaf, I gotta say. Life is very good. How are you doing? To the tune of Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way. Is that like the eBay song? Oh no. Dude, I love that. I love that Backstreet Boys song. I don't want it ruined by Weird Al. God damn it. Or maybe it'll be enhanced by Weird Al. I shouldn't necessarily look at it, you know, only in one direction. The Duck song is absolutely adorable and hilarious. Somebody needs to whisper me that song too, for that matter. I need to get a sample. I'm not gonna lie though, I do really like I Want It That Way, like genuinely as a song. You gotta be careful when you start messing with my late 90s, early 2000s boy band music. Gotta tread carefully with that. Is that part of the Duck song, or is that something different, Jacko? I don't remember. The BitTorrent song? I feel like there's another one where I have, but I don't know for sure. Okay, I have heard the Duck song then. All right, I needed to hear the Got Any Grapes. I need to hear the Got Any Grapes, and then we're good. "11 years ago." What was I doing in 2006? I was starting high school that year. Holy shit. Atomic figured me out. You figured me out, man. Stop following me! Okay, there we go. Thank you, Komodo Joe. Thank you for getting tired. I appreciate you. Doom ding doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Why is he over there? I was gonna hope to continue on top of that, but then I realized I said something that was one syllable too long for the tune, and then it just ruined it. It just killed the momentum. What's going on, Melly? I did start in 2006. Started in 1998. That's not old. Old is a state of mind, Melly. Don't worry about it. If you feel young, then that's what matters. All joking aside, of course. And yo, Sika, what's going on? Thank you for the good luck. Dude, how's it going? I mean, it's kind of weird for me to think about, Melly, that we're coming up on a 10-year anniversary next year. I'm sorry, in 3 years, excuse me. For high school. Like, that's pretty amazing. Have you ever heard of Electro Boom? No, I don't believe so. What is Electro Boom? Aw, man, I didn't think I was standing too close. Do 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 do. It's okay, we can just glitch high jump over this. Yo, White Mage, what's happening? How you doing? Wow, that was kind of close. Yeah, I know, like, even, like, especially after I graduated college, Melly. Like, after graduating college, it just seems like time has flown by. But that's awesome, because I'm really having a good time, you know, in the post-college life. you know, that sense of freedom is amazing. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's gone so fast, is because, like, you know, I can go do what I want now, and that's really freaking awesome, you know? When your arm bones rub against each other. Ooh, that sounds painful. That sounds painful, Mithril. Electrical projects, but with a lot of comedy. Is it kind of like How To Basic? It also has a unibrow of the gods. like a caterpillar's chilling right there, right? I guess so, Celefia. I wonder if, like, your body just processes time differently as you get older. But I feel like you also have more stimulation, like, as you get older, because there's a lot more stuff going on in general. Oh, I see, Mithril. I was then going to ask how come they're rubbing up against each other, but that makes sense. You can do the wave with the eyebrows? Dude, that's awesome. I feel like he would show me that, and then I would just sit there for, like, a good 10 minutes and be like, hey, can you do it again? And just sit there like a child. It kind of depends, Shays, and I use a combination of the analog stick and D-pad depending on the type of level. Like here, it's kind of a 2.5D level with not much movement to room around, or not much room to move around. So I'll use the D-pad more. But for a level that's got a greater sense of 3D range or has like less 90-degree turns, like the previous level, Sewer Later, then I'll use analog stick. I didn't, Jacko, but I heard about it on Twitter after the fact. So I know what happened, but I didn't see it live. Did I go to any of the GDQs? I have, actually. I've gone to the past 2 AGDQs, and I'm planning on going to the next one. Nah, he actually does do things? Okay. I mean, I do like How To Basic, but it's not very good if you want real education, of course. And yeah, no problem, Chazen. Yeah, when you aren't busy, you're asleep. Pretty much. Yo, what's going on, Denny, by the way? How you doing? What's up, Lion Blaze as well? How are you doing? Do 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 do. Doing all right. Sounds good, Lion Blaze. Feeling is sometimes the best you can do, you know, and that's a good thing. What's going on, Whitesnake? By the way, how are you? Life is pretty good for me, I gotta say. It's been a good Monday so far. I can't complain. Oh, I bet, Z-Colo. I bet. Yeah, I was. Oh crap! I totally. Yeah. I looked at the gem and I was like, oh yeah, come to daddy. And then I'm like, shit, I don't need it. And then I realized I don't need it until I already picked it up. But yeah, I can imagine, depending on your time zone, that the fight went really late. But hopefully it was worth it, Jacko. It is so far, Mithril. That can change. But so far, so good, indeed. This music is pretty good, though. Like the music tends to rock out in the water levels here. Yo, Ecolas, long time no see. How you doing? Hope you've been well, buddy. Do 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 bum bum ba da da dum ba da dum bum 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 bum. See, now I got it stuck in my head. That's how good it is. Music reminds you of Pulp Fiction. I have not seen Pulp Fiction. I know that's sacrilege. I know that's sacrilege because everybody's seen Pulp Fiction. So unfortunately, I can't comment. Now you got the duck song in your head? You're welcome, Dolly. We do the people's work here, as you can see. Yes, exactly, Shazen. I'm using the analog stick for this level. I'm using the analog stick for this level now since we've got a bigger 3D range and a lot of non-90 degree turns. Alright, I probably would have thought it was cool if I watched it live just because I don't really watch boxing, so that would be... So for me, it would be kind of like a new experience, but I can imagine if that's what was happening, like if there was a lot of hugging or if there was just a lot of like, you know, stop and go type stuff, that the fight would not be as entertaining to watch as some others. Have I seen any Tarantino movie? I feel like I have, but I can't name it because I don't really pay attention to directors too much. I just kind of see a good movie and think it's a good movie. I'm a person who's out of touch, Melly. At least with some things. Not everything, but some things. What's going on, Pander Sarah, by the way? How you doing? Why watch movies when you can just read the books instead? Because movies are pretty. I mean, books are pretty too, but movies are pretty and you don't have to do as much work. Kill Bill? I have not finished Kill Bill. I've seen a little... I saw a little bit of Kill Bill while I was on cable. But I never did watch it all the way through. Excuse me, good lord. Jay Waffles, what's going on? How you doing? I would definitely say so, Pander Sarah. It's been... Oh, man, it's been a good Monday. My body thinks otherwise, though. It's giving me some mad hiccups right now. Django Unchained? No, I never saw Django Unchained. Burp emote now? I could do that. If I get partnered, then like having that kind of emote would actually be really good, because I tend to do that a lot. It's not even like I'm eating things that are like super out there. Like for breakfast I have like some eggs, bacon, and blueberries. Like nothing too crazy here. I mean, my body's just like exploding basically. Inglourious Bastards. That was another movie I did not finish. Like I saw part of it. It was like I entered in the middle and left somewhere else in the middle. Don't remember why. Don't remember why exactly. But basically I haven't seen it because I don't remember a damn thing about it. I just remember that I did see it at one point. You know, but only a certain piece of it, of course. And yo, thank you, Ravener. How's it going? But yeah, Inglourious Bastards was definitely like a very highly praised movie when it came out. And it is something that I probably should see. Like there is a lot of like movie classics that I have not seen. Like I'm so far behind on them. Maybe I just don't mix well with Tarantino. Well, it's not that I'm avoiding Quentin Tarantino. It's just I haven't really watched the movies, you know? Right, definitely, Sarah. Like, sometimes it's hard to sit down and watch a movie, you know, and have your attention span clear for that length of time. The new It movie is coming out, though. When was the last It movie, by the way? Have I watched Sausage Party? No. We did talk about Sausage Party, actually, I think a few days ago, for that matter, as well. So that has come up before. The Emoji Movie? Nah, I think I'm gonna sit that one out. "27 years ago? I was gonna say, because I remember like my parents talking about it back in the day. And, you know, If they were talking about it, it's got to be a long time ago. Whoa, crap. I shouldn't have gotten fancy there. Man, I tried to bait him to save some extra time, and I probably should have just said, oh, this cycle's not going to work, and let it go. Ugh, that sucks. I would have saved a lot of time if I killed Tiny right then and there. It's not the end of the world, but there is some really nice time save I can get in this warp room. That might be difficult now. Oh, okay. Piston, it's a hard level, Gaming Expert. It is a hard level. Definitely take your time through it. Like, definitely take your time through it, especially at first, because Piston, it really punishes you for impatience. They basically pulled a switcheroo on you, Jacko. You think it's one thing, and it turns out to be another. I have no clue, Sluffy. I don't follow the My Little Pony scene. But yeah, we still saved a little bit of time, but yeah, we definitely could have saved like possibly a minute more if that warp room had gone a little better. But that's okay. You know, just things like that are gonna happen. You know, the tiny boss fight's pretty tricky. I mean, there's always something to learn, and there's always something to improve on, of course, Gaming Expert. But you know, the piston levels are definitely pretty tough. Oh, somebody asked earlier, Lion Blaze, if there was a My Little Pony movie coming out later this year, which I actually have no idea. So maybe you know. Yo, what's going on, Char? How you doing today, man? There is? Ah, interesting. Interesting. When does it come out, by the way? Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta spin like pretty early to make sure you don't bounce off of those guys. Whew, okay, we didn't get hit. I was a little bit concerned about where that cycle was going, but we good. Yeah, zigzag neutral slide spin helps you go really fast. If you're used to doing like regular neutral slide spins, it can be a bit awkward muscle memory, but zigzag neutral slide spin is pretty awesome, and it is very fast in the original Crash 2. Drinking percent with your friend. Be careful if you speedrun that category. It can get ugly pretty quickly. Bet you don't use D-pad for those jumps? Actually, I did, James Murr. I did use D-pad for those jumps. What's going on, Cosmic Kitten RS, by the way? How you doing? 22 hours till I have a new game to look at routing for a speedrun? Ah, Sonic Mania. That's true. Sonic Mania is coming out on PC tomorrow, which is pretty awesome, for that matter. Whoops, that was a bad jump. That's good if you can learn it right away, Gaming Expert. That can only help. What's going on, Calm Black Man and Renegade Time Lord? How you guys doing? New controller Uncharted? Well, preferably yes. But I would say if your controller is pretty broken, that you should get a new controller first before a new game. A bad controller will be bad for all games, but not having Uncharted can only be so bad. Man, that feels ancient, Jacko. That hasn't come up in a while. Sounds good, gaming expert. I wish you good luck with that. There we go. Good stuff. So I don't think I was actually supposed to get hit there, but now I'm thinking, like, should I have gotten hit there? Did I like screw myself up in mask routing somehow? But I don't think so. We'll just do behaving, and behaving, if we can exit with 2 masks, then cold hard crash. If not, then we'll do digging it. Crash I. And yo, thank you, gaming expert. I appreciate it, man. Well, thank you, James. I appreciate it. Yes, Red One. We're currently on PB/record pace. Hopefully, we'll keep it that way, but we'll see. I feel like we should put that in quotation marks and give Coco credit for added emphasis. It's kind of funny, the variance when you try to cancel those cutscenes. Like sometimes like they start talking, sometimes they cancel right away, other times they actually sit there for like a second or two before they go away, essentially. Oops. I split when the screen fades? Yes. Yeah, I split when the screen fades, but you can actually split whenever you feel like, for that matter. Exactly, Sarah, just like that. If Crash suddenly turned into Conker's Bad Fur Day, Jacko, then maybe. I guess it would end up being Coco's Bad Fur Day. For that matter. I do, Calm Black Man. I'm trying to improve it. And that was our mission here. Do 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 do. Easier to split on pressing X to continue at the end of the level. You only get that in Crash 1. For Crash 2 and 3, they just kind of automatically fade, and you don't really have much control over that. But I can understand why you would do that. In that, like, when you split on a fade, it can be subjective as to, like, when you split. So you might, like, be a little bit off one way or the other. That's why some people split on... that's why some people split on items in Crash Warped in particular. Sometime in the fall? Okay, interesting. Digging it. Let's do this. I wasn't sure if the you know, it depended on how many items you exit the level with Shazen, but yeah, there could be some amount of variance there too, where the item award animations are a little bit different. We were at a wedding on Saturday and speedrunning went poorly. Is there a story attached with this, or would you rather not say? Your store's doing Destiny 2 midnight launch? Nice, man. When does the console launch, Time Lord? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do. Oh, that's okay. It's hard not to get boxes since you've been doing all gems. I know. It actually is sometimes, Jacko. You saw what happened in actually maybe not, but in Crash 1 there was actually one level where I went out of my way to get boxes that I didn't need. Because of that, basically. Because the muscle memory was still like very strong. Because the muscle memory was still very strong to, you know, get all the boxes. So sometimes switching back and forth between... Wow, that sucks. I went to go, like, slide off of the top of the beehive, and that was a mistake. That was very clearly a mistake. That bee was ready to pounce. Cortex's hardest working bee right there. Yo, Rayathe, what's happening? How are you doing? It's okay. Not a big deal. Don't remember how I managed to get to your house? Oh, I see. I would have a story if I could remember it. Ming Bee? Dude, that should be a thing. They should just have Ming Lee with like a little bee like costume thing around his head. That would be adorbs. Yo, good morning to you as well, Rayathe. How's life, I should say. Is it getting hot already? I'm a little bit upset about that. It's getting a little bit hot already in here. You missed the weekend? Aww. It's okay. It's okay. The weekend will be back before you know it. Why not use the secret warp room and then getting back to the warp room? Because this is any percent Ben Nazcal. So we have, is any percent? Oh, I'm sorry. I see what you're saying now. I feel like it takes longer for you to travel from floor 0 back into the warp room. I think it takes longer for you to go to floor 0 and then, does zigzagging work in this? No, it does not. But yeah, I think it just takes longer, Ben Nazcal. I do like Burger King, J Smooth. I think I prefer Wendy's out of like the big 3 fast food chains, but I am a fan of Burger King. Yeah, 100-bit badge is purple. So like, I think it needs to be 100 bits minimum. If you feel, if it's been, if it's not correct, then maybe message. Then I would message Twitch support and see what the dealio is. What's up, Crash Rocks? How you doing? Spring starts on Friday here. Oh yeah, Australia. You got. It's been cold for you guys. As a matter of fact, it's a good point. Subway. What's up, Rich? By the way, and nah, not a big fan of Subway. Yo, thank you for the PJ Salts, Rayathe. I appreciate it. The salty biddies. Used to like Wendy's, not anymore? Did you have like a bad experience with it or something? Or do you just, or has your taste just kind of changed? Is the death route faster than the normal route? Yes, Shazen. It is faster as the crow flies. But yeah, I used to eat at Subway fairly often back in the day, but now I'm not really too into it. Dude, it's not a stream without some kind of food talk, Shazen. That's just how it goes around here. Yo, Rayathe, thank you for the additional PJ Salts, by the way. I appreciate it. I appreciate those salty biddies right there. I think it changed. I used to eat Wendy's a lot. Same thing with Chipotle. Like I used to like Chipotle, ate there too often. Like I ate there like very often for like a 1.5 year period of time, and I'll eat it. But I'll eat it, but I would rather eat other things before going to Chipotle. Yeah, I think McDonald's and Burger King are things worldwide, as far as I know. But yeah, Wendy's is definitely not super international from what I understand, and that sucks because Wendy's is really good. Wendy's is very, very, very good. Fill the glass with salt, exactly. Got to make sure the water is nice and salty like the ocean. I live on the West Coast. I live on the West Coast, Vid. I live in Washington. I actually moved here recently. I'm originally from the East Coast, but now I'm on the West Side. With Jack in the Box and Starbucks on every corner. Pretty much. What's going on, Free Gun TV? How you doing? And yo, thank you for the bits as well, Wraith. I appreciate it. No, that's California, Vit. Washington doesn't have one. We do have Dick's Drive-In though, and Dick's Drive-In is fantastic as well. I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks, Jordan. So I actually have not gone to Starbucks a single time since I've moved here. I have J Smooth, but it's been a while. We used to visit. My great uncle lives in North Carolina, and we used to go down there. We took a trip to Myrtle Beach as a vacation, as like a family vacation for 1 year. Went to, I don't know if it counts, but I went to Daytona Beach in last year, around Memorial Day weekend, and that was a lot of fun. Dick's Drive-In. I know. But trust me, Dick's Drive-In is incredible. Jack in the Box is a fast food restaurant that has a smorgasbord of a menu. They have like tacos, they have burgers, they got chicken, they've got like cheesecake, they've got like salads, they serve breakfast all day. It's literally like if you want some kind of like fast food item, they got it for you. They got it for you, and it's available 24 hours. So it's pretty awesome if you've got the munchies. Yes, I love Dick's Drive-In. I do. Context is everything, of course, but I do like Dick's Drive-In. It's very good. Yo, Rayathe, thank you for the 30 bits, by the way. I appreciate it. Trust me, it sounds like a place you don't want to be. Excuse me, but seriously, Dick's Drive-In is something that you do want to have happen to you. Because tea is good, Jordan. Because tea is good. Yeah, exactly, Dolly. Dude, don't you feel like that sometimes? Oh, it's okay, Dolly. We gotta have our fun with it while it comes up in conversation. Dirty Dick's Discount Kitchen Center. Yeah, there's a Dick's Last Resort is a restaurant that I can't remember where exactly it is, but Dick's Last Resort is like a restaurant like that's like kind of like very greasy, like comfort food type thing, and you can tell, you know, and their shirts, they make puns off of Dick's all the time. They're like you gotta go to Dick's, or you gotta have Dick's, and just things like that that are very obviously innuendos, but it's fine because they're obviously, but they're talking about the restaurant. So there's like plausible deniability there. Do you have a Dick's Sporting Goods? Oh yeah, there is Dick's Sporting Goods as well. But it's very much, but that's like a chain, so you're kind of used to seeing it. You just do though, Celethia, especially Dick's Drive-In. Yo, Raythe, thank you for the 30 bits. Yet again, I do appreciate it. Coffee down. Let's do this. In Australia, they have a computer store called Dick Smith. Is it just called Dick Smith, or is it called like Dick Smith like something? What is sub? Are you talking about channel subscription free gun or something else entirely? There you go, Rayathe. Now you got your purple badge. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe you hadn't had the purple badge before, but that's kind of weird. You do now though. And yo, Anarantes, thank you for the good luck. I do appreciate it. How you doing? Do. Oh, trust me, it's not a myth, Jason. It's very real. Can I explain to you why? I think that thing is actually better without context. So we'll do without the context, just to keep it spicy, God Sonic. You'll get it, gaming expert. Don't worry. No, I got hit. Oh man, I was really hoping I could make it through. I was really hoping I could, but that's okay. Burger King is called Hungry Jack's. Interesting. Is it like the same logo and font type thing, or is it like the same logo and font, or is it like some totally different type of branding? Oh, the sub button. Yo, Pander Sarah.
No context for unicorn, only the beautiful ambiguity of never knowing. Ah, sandwiches are poetry.
Yo, thank you for the 100 bits, Pander Sarah. I love the the profanity filter getting in the way. That makes it even better. Really no context. It's okay. It'll come back soon, Anarantes. I believe it. Well, pyramids are not a thing in this chat, Vit. I want to make that clear. Not a huge fan of spam in the chat. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good, Pander Sarah. One of the reasons I have it there is for, not necessarily because I have a huge problem with like profanity in general, but because when it changes the word, it's really funny. Yo, Magatoth, how you doing? Oh, it's a trademark of Burger King. Okay. So I imagine it looks pretty similar then. I guess to us, Hungry Jack's is like pancakes or syrup or something, I think. I'm pretty sure there's like a Hungry Jack like maple syrup type thing or whatever. I don't remember exactly, but I think it has to do with some kind of breakfast food or mix or something. Hey, at least we got invincibility here. Dick Smith went out of business. Aw. Oh, the sub button. If you subscribe to the channel, Free Gun, you can subscribe for any one of 3 tiers: $5, $10, or $25 tier. Depending on how much you sub for, you get emotes that are exclusive that you can only get by subscribing to the channel, and you can use anywhere on Twitch. So, in addition, for my Discord server, there are sub-only text and voice channels as well. So it's a way to support the stream, and you get some benefits with it too, such as what I mentioned earlier, and also you don't watch ads on the channel. So like you don't have to watch any ads on the channel if you are a subscriber. It's totally optional. It's totally optional if you want to do that. But there are a number of benefits if you do decide to support the channel, to give you a little something too as a thank you for helping me keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I guess at that point, Jordan, it wouldn't be possible anyway. D-pad for the piston level, Shazen. Good, just chilling? Nice. Yeah, no problem, Free Gun. Oh yes, if you have Amazon Prime as well, you can sync your account with Twitch and actually receive Twitch Prime, which is which allows you to get 1 free channel subscription as a part of that service. So whoa! I thought I pressed jump. Come on. Come on, that's annoying. Alright, that's okay. We can recover. Amazon did acquire Twitch. They acquired Twitch in 2016, and Twitch Prime is one of the benefits that came out actually as a result of Amazon acquiring Twitch. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. What's going on in Spaced Out? There we go. But yeah, it's actually been pretty cool. I know a lot of people were worried when Amazon acquired Twitch, but they've actually been doing some really cool stuff lately to help improve the website. No, I think what happened there was, like, I didn't get the jump. I didn't get the jump I needed the first time, and then the second time I just kind of derped. The second time I basically just derped on when I needed to jump. So it was just like a series of like weird stuff happening. I might have bonked actually off the piston now that I think about it. But this run has been like really good, you know, in general. So like this was probably like the most, you know, this is probably the most time loss I've had in the run period, which is actually a very good thing. It's a very good sign for the run in general. I think if I wasn't playing Spaced Out, Jordan, then I would have had less ums. It depends on the level that I'm in as to how well I can do my spiels. Yeah, I know there is a cycle that there are cycles that you can hit that allow you to go faster, Colo. I just haven't done the homework basically. Haven't been focusing as much on any percent as I have like some other categories. But yes, we are very close to getting to Crash Warped as well, Shazen. We are getting very close. Do 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 do. I wanted to see how long I could keep it going. Yo, what's going on, Lord of Gaiden? How are you doing? I already do. That is true, but I'm trying to improve it. Trying to make it go even faster. And how's it going, by the way? What a melody! A+. Try not to get hit there. I was a little concerned. Do 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 do. No, that's okay. That's why we have a mask. Just in case some bullshit happens, basically. All right, definitely not bad. That Spaced Out could have been better. But not bad. Indeed, Lord of Gaiden. It's hard to do better. It's definitely hard to do better. But I'm a little biased, of course. Just a smidge. Just a little bit. When I press sub, is it for me or Twitch? It's split between me and Twitch. So if you subscribe to the channel, then I receive a portion of the sub revenue, and then Twitch receives a portion. So it's split. It actually helps both of us. Are there any major time saves in Crash 3? Not dying. That's always a good time save. A lot of the time saves in Crash 3 have to do with like mock tornado spin and making sure like I hit character switches and stuff. Crash 3 is probably the any percent category that I could use the most work on. as far as like strat knowledge. So some of the things that I'll be doing in Crash 3 are conservative. But if I have a solid run in Crash 3, then we still stand a pretty good chance of like continuing to improve upon this time. I can't discuss the exact split, Shazen, but except to say that it depends. Oh, yeah, quit. Oh yeah, definitely. It's fun to watch people of all skill levels play this game. Like people who are going through the first time and people who just like crush it. It is a really fun game to watch, I think, at all skill levels. Once it gets excuse me. Yeah, that's what I've heard that. I've heard that through the grapevine, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works, you know, especially because I just got my sub button as an affiliate and I'm currently not partnered. So, you know, I don't really know how that equation changes, you know, as your channel grows and as, you know, and as like, you know, as that develops. I've only just heard through the grapevine. Okay, cool. No, he's from North Carolina. I've also vacationed to South Carolina. But he's from North Carolina. Yes, I am, Shazen. I am indeed. Do 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 do. To which country do I want to go? Like traveling? I'd love to go like all over Europe. Basically all over Europe, see as much of Europe as I can. I'd like to go to Japan, South Korea. Let's see, where else? I kind of want to go to like I kind of want to go to also to like Peru, to Brazil. Let's see. Canada. Canada, of course. But there's a lot of places I want to go, honestly. I mean, Louisiana is definitely a good place to be down south, for sure. Based on personal opinion, which Carolina should we get rid of? Breathe Carolina. Not even close. Pura is adorbs, Wraithe. Absolutely is. No, Colombia? I think like Colombia would be fun. I think the main reason why I would go is to visit people though. So I think it would be interesting if I was already down there, but it's not one that's like currently like super high on my priority list by itself. Yo, what's going on, Bronze Heart? How you doing? Can I like do this? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Dude, I love these little boosts here. This is such a cool strat. Whoa, that was close. Do. I am J Smooth. We are about the Coco life currently. The main reason why we switch characters though is because it actually cuts down on character switching animation time. So because there are certain levels that require Coco and that require Crash, it's a little bit different. like, the reason why we switch characters doesn't have to do with playing one character or the other. It's actually to cut down on transition time. Excuse me. You want to go to the Yukon? Where are the Yukon mountains? Bronze Heart. It is Peter. How's it going, by the way? Dude, this happens all the time when I'm on a jet ski. Dot, 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 in my imagination. It's in the north? Okay, I see. Make sure to visit some historical cities. I definitely would like to. I definitely would like to, and I would love to have that experience. You're from Finland. Oh, very cool. I think, like, Scandinavia would be really fun to visit, too. Like, to visit Sweden, visit Norway, visit Finland. Like, I think it would be really cool to check it out. The problem is there's so many countries I want to go see in Europe that I almost feel like I would... Oh, geez. Please. I feel like I would have to, you know, do 2 Euro trips. Like, one Western European trip and then one, like, Eastern European trip. #1 country is Japan still. I'm not sure if it's like number one. Like, I think, like, Japan seems like a likely trip, I would say, especially given that I'm on the West Coast, so it's cheaper to fly to Japan than it is when I'm on the East Coast, where it would end up being cheaper to fly to Europe. So, as from a convenience state, you know, Japan would be a convenient place to do it. Oh, Euro Trip? I haven't actually seen that movie in a very long time, now that you mention it. Whoa, that was close. That's fair, Bronze Heart. I would be pretty high up there. It's pretty high up there for me as well, if not #1 at some point. I'm gonna go out of my way for a mask, actually. Actually, no, I can't do that, can I? Because I just blew up the box. Never mind. Ignore me. Go Interrail? What do you mean by Interrail? Oh yeah, definitely, Dolly. Would love to do that. Yeah, I feel like that would be like, it would be such a different change of pace, Con, especially if you're used to like urban living. Then you go out into the forest and it's like nice clean air and you're just like, holy crap, like this is you know, it's so peaceful and there's so much nothing. It's almost weird at first when you're used to like the hustle and bustle of you know, of city life. I'm not sure about that bit. I've heard that things are expensive, but I think part of it is like currency exchange. Welcome back, Biggie Cheese. Not really. I had a pretty solid Crash 2 run, and now we're doing some Crash 3, and hoping to close this one out nice and strong. American deserts are pretty interesting. I remember going to the Grand Canyon when I was a kid, and that was actually a really awesome experience as well. A very different side of nature. 100 yen. Yeah, yen is almost like bits if you think about it when it comes to conversion rate. What's going on, Dylan and Flames? How you doing? Have you been to Japan before? Speaking of which. Do 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 do. Bum, bum, ba, ba, dum, ba, ba. Showed the new Kermit video to your friends and they did not like his new voice. That's a shame. That is very unfortunate. That would be $1,000, Jordan. That would be $1,000. I don't think a loaf of bread is $1,000. Well, that's pretty cool, Dylan and Flames. What did you do over there, if you don't mind me asking? Some of my friends have actually gone to Japan for work as well because they have a 'cause they work for they work in San Francisco at like some big companies like Google and so on, and they've taken trips over to Japan for work. That seems to be pretty cool. Well, certain food in Japan is pretty expensive. Like, obviously, like rice, seafood, like that sort of thing is not very expensive. But like, I think tomatoes or like fruits are pretty expensive, if I remember correctly. So, like certain things we kind of take for granted, you know, in Western society are like very rare and kind of a treat in Japan. It's one of the reasons why pizza is so expensive, is because some of the key ingredients in Japan are very hard to get. The speedrun plague has already infected Insane. I don't know about plague. That's a pretty strong term. Not sure about that. How much are square watermelons? I've never actually seen a square watermelon. At least outside of Minecraft. There's only 2 Choco Bell in Japan? Oh, really? Like, actually, factually, too. Interesting. Yeah, things like cheese are pretty hard to get. Absolutely. Went on a study trip to Japan. That seems awesome, Dylan. That sounds like a lot of fun, and I definitely would like to go do my own Japan trip as well. Excuse me. For the 2D parts where you saw me going left to right, I use D-pad, but for the most part, analog stick. All right, sounds good. Free gun, take it easy. Hope you have a good one. Only one Robert's Coffee, and it's in Fukuoka. What is Robert's Coffee? I actually never heard of that before. Yeah, I think like a large like cheese pizza, I think is like close to $30 in Japan, Panda MX. So that would seem about right. To be fair though, I probably wouldn't want to eat pizza in Japan unless it was like really unless I was really craving comfort food or something, you know? Yo, what's going on, Nisaya? How are you doing? Oh, it's a Finnish cafe chain. Gotcha. That's why I didn't know about it. But yeah, I was curious if maybe there was something like in North America that I just like never been to or something. But yeah, it being a Finnish coffee chain, definitely would be quite rare to see it. Over here, at least. Wonder if they do sushi pizza? Like, have pizza, like pizza sushi rolls, or if they would do like, a sushi type pizza. Yo, good morning, Hideva. How are you doing? And no worries, Nisaya. Hope you're enjoying so far. Yeah, I was gonna say there's definitely unique pizza toppings when it comes to like Asian pizza in particular. What other Finnish brands? Bronze Heart. Not even a real country. Shots fired. Is Popeyes in Korea and Vietnam? Interesting. What was so good about it there? Oh yeah, vending machines are everywhere. That is a good point. The nearest Robert's Coffee is 12.5 hours away. I would imagine it's pretty far away from me too. It's however long a flight to Finland is. Aw, man. Yeah, sadly my handling was not very good there. It's okay though. We'll get around this guy and it's all good. No one knows Hesburger? I didn't know about Hesburger. So you're probably right. I didn't know it at least. Make their biscuits from scratch and the chicken is a little bit more carefully made. I see. So it's basically like a higher quality control. Japan has toothpaste flavored Kit Kats. Is that just mint flavored Kit Kats or is it really like toothpaste flavored? Like that's how it's marketed. Yep, you definitely can't go wrong with pepperoni and sausage or just pepperoni. Absolutely. Just had pepperoni pizza last night and it was delicious. Oh, it is actually marketed as toothpaste flavor. That's hilarious. I mean, what else matters at a fast food restaurant except the French fries, Magatoth? Let's be real here. The burgers can be kind of mediocre, but if the fries are good, then I'll keep coming back. That's okay, Sekiro. Your warp 1 being good, just and being behind initially doesn't mean you can't have a great run in the later parts of the game. Katsu Burger? Oh yeah, they one of our friends actually mentioned Katsu Burger, and I definitely want to go try it. It sounds delicious. How much is too much time loss, Zekro? Just curious. They have a separate mint flavor that tastes better. So there's a mint flavor and there's a worse mint flavor. Which one do you want? I mean, I would love to go visit Australia, honestly. I think it would be really awesome to go check it out. I feel like Australia just has like, it's just a unique country. Like there's the outback, there's, the coastal towns, like there's just all kinds of cool stuff there. And there's friends that I like to visit, of course. Yo, run like AJ. What's happening, man? How you doing? Cucumber ice Pepsi? Ugh. Ugh, no thank you. No thank you. See, that's why you squat though, Jordan. Then you don't have that problem. Australia has lots of huge snakes and spiders. They do. They do, but that comes with the territory. I believe so, Vit. I believe so. Smashed one more world record in Neighbors from Hell. Yo, nice. GG's, AJ. Don't take something from Ayers Rock, brings bad luck. What is Ayers Rock, by the way? What's the story behind it, Peter? They also like hiding in shoes. Well, that's why you just go barefoot, Jordan. And you don't give him a place to hide. Do-do-do-do-do. Aw, man. There's a wall there. Be careful. What's the weirdest thing I know about Japan stuff? Vending machines that sell used underwear. Really? No shit. Okay then. Yeah, apparently when that guy is idle, his sword still hurts you. That happened. Yo, Tiptoe, what's happening? How are you doing? Oh, big stretch. All right, we good. Sacred Boulder Mountain right at the very center of Australia. Ah, I see. I don't blame them for doing that, Pandemic, but I hope they didn't wear it. Capsule hotels actually make a lot of sense, Bronzeheart, especially if you're not going to spend that much time in the room anyway. Basically, you just get up, go take a shower, go about your day, come home, crash, and do it all over again. Yo, Inky Oranges, what's going on? How you doing? That also doesn't surprise me, Zekro. I believe that only happens in the black market, Vit. I think that only happens in the black market. What's up, FQK? FQK, excuse me. How are you doing? That was a mouthful. What's going on, Very Poor Gaming? No, don't even worry about it, man. The run is going pretty decent. We are still ahead and trying to finish strong here in Crash 3. Sounds good to me, Inky Oranges. I'm glad you're doing fine. Welcome, welcome, by the way. Nah, I definitely wasn't going to make it through that. Doom, 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 doom. Exactly, and those two things tend to go hand in hand. No! What the heck? How did that happen? Dude. The main problem with that happening is I lose 2 masks going into Hang 'em High. Like, I don't know why that happened. Like, I just kind of started drifting over to the right or something. That's really silly. What's going on, Katie? How you doing? I have. I've played a little bit of 3. I played 4 and 5. 4 is definitely my favorite so far. That sucks, man. That didn't need to happen. That really didn't need to happen. I don't know. I think, like, I started looking ahead of me because I wanted to try to look ahead and see where I was going, but I didn't notice that Crash was kind of doing like that, where he's like veering off to the side. And that's one of the things about analog stick that can be kind of risky, is that, you know, if that stuff happens, you're really not protected at all. It's just gonna suck because, like, we're gonna lose a lot of time on the monkey bar sections by not having invincibility, because you do go significantly slower. It's okay, though. Obla dee, obla da, life goes on. Oh, whoops. Just finished with your last place, handing over the keys tomorrow. Ah, I see. Are you moving into a new place, or did you buy a house, or what's the next move, Katie? Nice. Whoa! Holy crap, that could have been bad. Whew, okay. Yeah, I got saved by that carpet there. Holy shit. Suica card? What is a Suica card? Is that like a debit card? Or how does that work? Those monkeys are I think harder to get around in the Insane Trilogy than the original game. The original game, I feel like I've had much fewer problems with them. Moving house is complicated. Can't confirm. I moved cross-country 2 months ago to where I am now. So, it's hard. It was fun, though. Like, it was a really fun experience, but it is definitely hard. Why developers haven't updated the analog stick controls? I think the analog stick stuff is fine for the most part. I think my thumb was kind of cruising. You know, it just started to like move just a little bit, and I didn't realize it. And with analog stick, that stuff's gonna affect you more than without it. of course. How did I move all my stuff? Very carefully, Rich, for that matter. We moved it very carefully. Used to travel by trains and buses. Okay. Yeah, we have a card system in my area that allows you to go on like trains and buses. But we don't, it's not actually a card to use in certain shops. Some universities have that though, where they have their own kind of like debit card system for when you to buy stuff like for on-campus restaurants or for convenience stores, or buy stuff from buy food, stuff like that. So it's kind of like that with some universities. My university had a system like that, and that's really convenient. Oh, interesting, Shazen. I didn't know that. But yeah, basically, we ended up because shipping. We had to ship a lot of our big furniture and stuff that we and like stuff that wouldn't fit in our cars. So basically, what we did was we decided what did we absolutely need to bring in our cars that we needed access to right away, like computers, sets of clothes, things like that. And then we shipped the rest. So we packed our cars with all the stuff that we needed right away, drove cross country, and then later on our ship stuff got to us that we didn't need right away. Oh, I went to University of Maryland. That's the state that I'm from. I think most universities have a similar system, like our university, where you have a debit card system that can work anywhere directly on campus for stuff that you need. But yeah, definitely no like nationwide system, which would be pretty cool, I think. Like I would definitely like that. Whoa, I did not need to go that slow. Oh, you can't do that, can you? Go Big Ten. We used to be ACC, and then they switched us over to the Big Ten, and people were mad about that. People were mad about the conference change. Not everybody, but I think people saw it as not necessary and that it was like a money grab. But regardless, University of Maryland is Big Ten now. I personally wasn't too, was kind of indifferent either way. I personally dive right into speedruns and key oranges. Like, I dive right in and then kind of figure things out as I go along. So, I'll watch runs and learn new strats that way too, but my first runs are usually just dive right in. But I've been doing full trilogy runs and any percent runs in general of these games basically since it came out. I've been doing it less nowadays, and I've been focusing more on 100% categories, but definitely spent a fair amount of time doing this. You go to Cal State Dominguez Hills? Oh, cool. I went to school for mechanical engineering, J-Smooth. And yeah, I remember you mentioning occupational therapy, and that's a really awesome field. Definitely have a lot of respect for therapy. It helps a lot. Yo, what's going on, Korkaw? How you doing? Yo, welcome back, Flareon, as well. Oops. Oops. Whoa, that was close. That was super close. Oh, cool. Welcome back home, Flareon. Pretty good time saves, indeed. Unfortunately, the past couple of warp rooms have not gone super hot, but hopefully this warp room gets us back on track. Yes, I'm still the world record holder for this category, Super Dito. Just trying to improve it. Able to change stuff and keep your schedule the same? What kind of stuff are you changing then if your schedule is not going to change? I guess I'm a little bit confused. Whoops. There we go. Oh, like it won't mess everything else up. I see. Awesome. What's my estimated time at the moment? I think like a 3:22 or a 3:23. Oh, oops. Let me check. Yeah, 3:22 right now. 3:22 currently. You're dropping accelerated English. So, what do you mean by accelerated English? Is it like English literature and like writing type courses? What do I do now? Oh, that's right. Doubleheader. I totally forgot which level I needed to enter next. So. There should be some on splits.io, Gaming Expert. They're pretty old, but I believe if you search a splits.io, you can find some. Nah, it's basically because I don't run the category super often, Zekro. Doesn't mean I should use level splits. It just means I should... Oh, geez. That's not good. It just means I would need to run the category more and keep it fresher in my mind. Moving Hang'em High after Tomb Time? I guess it doesn't really matter as long as you have invincibility for both. Like trying to get, yeah, hitting your invincibilities is very important in Crash 3 in general, but it's very important in the OG Crash 3. Oh, that would be, yeah, that would be a nightmare, Bronze Heart, if you could spin away key game items. That would just be hella rude. That would be hella rude. Yeah, it does have a backup mask, so like depending on where you, depending on what happens in that level or the level beforehand, you can use it as a recovery level. If you're talking about Wrath of Cortex, yes, I have, and I do enjoy that game a lot. It's definitely not as good as like the original Crash games, but it is fun. It is a fun experience. All right, Hang'em High. Or High Time, excuse me. Let's go. Yeah, unfortunately, getting hit in the last level was kind of annoying because getting invincibility in Dynamite is really nice. No, you could not spin away. You could not spin away those items, at least in Crash 1, because you didn't get crystals back then, and when you got a gem, it was during a cutscene. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna make it. Twin Sandy doesn't look bad, necessarily, but it's a game that it definitely could have been better in a lot of ways. Nah. Do. Oh, that doesn't work very well, does it? That does not work very well. This climb is really hard if you're not used to it. Thankfully, we got through fairly well. This guy, by the way, looking extra smug. Well, I think Wrath of Cortex was supposed to be similar to Twinsanity. Oh, jeez. Oh, and then the idea got like, they lost like they lost like all their progress, like about like halfway into the game process. So that's basically, you know, that's basically what happened there. And that's one of the reasons why the game came out the way it did. That was close though. I almost lost a good amount of time dying at the very end of the level there. You don't have to have it, but if you do need to reroute, it just makes the splits cleaner. Otherwise, you got to skip splits and kind of move stuff around. But you can do individual level splits. You can do warp room splits. It's really up to you. It looked like they were wearing VR headsets. They kind of do, now that you mention it. On the original game, definitely Super Dito, but thankfully there's an Xbox 360 version of the game that loads much faster. Yeah, I'm definitely like very happy to have upgraded my internet significantly after moving as well. My internet at home was okay, but it was not perfect, and there definitely were some problems associated with that. But this new internet we have right now is amazing. Like, I have had so much fewer issues, and it's so much nicer. It's a inspiration, Inky Oranges. It's not a ripoff. It's inspiration. Very different terms. Whoa, hello. That was interesting. Right, but I think a lot of people run it on the Xbox 360 because the load times are considerably shorter, Super Ditos. And that's what I would do if I started running it. But yeah, feel free to do whatever makes most sense to you, gaming expert. It's all down to preference. All right, Entropy. Do your waist. I love how angsty he is when you enter the boss battle. He's just like, ah, fuck you doing here, kid? I'm just trying to save the world, man. I'm sorry that you're on the wrong side of that equation. Bam. Easy. If you had to spell it, it would go something like that, Wraithe. Technically, Yoshi did appear in Mario 64, but he was kind of an Easter egg. He didn't really play a pivotal role in the game in that case. Yo, Spitfire, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm just being really conservative because I've died on this boss battle so many times in my past full trilogy runs because I gotten too cute. I didn't want to do that again. Not the world's greatest Warp 3, but that's okay. We were running up against a best seg anyway. Yo, I owe you a bro fist, Spitfire. There you go. There you go. Return the favor. Oh, man. Why is my nose itchy? It's almost like there's... I feel like there was almost a hair on it that was like tickling my nose or something. I didn't like it. Did not enjoy that feeling. Alright, so we're going to do Bye Bye Blimps first, because we're going to lose our mass anyway. So we want to do Bye Bye Blimps, Tell No Tales, and then go through the rest of the Warp Room. The Warp 3 route for no-go? Don't remember. Honestly, could not tell you, gaming expert. No-go stands for no game over abuse. It's the main any percent category in original Crash 2. It's okay, we got another health balloon right up here, so we're all set. Easy peasy. Yeah, game over abuse is pretty powerful. Like that glitch is makes it so that it's actually faster to game over after grabbing the crystal and go back to the warp room than it is to actually finish the level. Not every level, but some levels it is faster to grab the crystal, game over, and the game still keeps the crystal in your inventory. Yes, Warp 4 actually has about 30 seconds of time to save Tiptoe, so we've got a pretty big time save here if we have a solid Warp 4. I believe my Warp 5 has a little bit of time save as well. You're back in new 4K, or do you mean 4K? Or do you mean 4K, as the insane marketers would like you to believe? This freaking, yeah, that guy is, that cannonball right there is an overachiever. Whoa! Oh my god, that was really close. That mine was like going right for my general direction. Whew, I'm awake now. If I was tired before, I'm awake now. Holy crap. I'm gonna wait. And get hit anyway. That's okay. Do I watch Game of Thrones? I do not. I do not, but I kind of want to start soon. Like I have the ability to watch Game of Thrones. I just haven't done it. And no spoilers anyway. Because I do not want Game of Thrones to be ruined for other people as well. You named that mine John? Well, John's pretty scary, man. I don't know how much I like John right now. Keeping me on my toes a little too much. Okay, I think we found a way through there that's pretty reasonable. And this mine always is blocking the crystal. We got this freaking boat here. This is such an awkward... It's such an awkward, like, location of enemies there. For anyone who hasn't seen Game of Thrones, you're not missing much. I've heard that people are disappointed with the ending of this past season. But that's all I know, really. Yo, Lawernius. What's happening, man? Well, the run's going pretty good so far. We are on record pace. And hopefully... Oh, excuse me. We are on record pace, and hopefully we'll keep it there. Let's go to Sphinxinator first, so that way we can try to bring a mask into Tomb Waiter. So... Engine kind of has, like, it's kind of interesting. He has, like, a normal voice, and then he has a voice of himself layered over top of it that sounds like his voice is cracking. I don't know, Engine. I don't think that's gonna help your case. Yeah, I'm gonna stay the fuck away from that mummy because those mummies are have weird hitbox properties after you basically after you get rid of their shell. They have very strange hitbox properties where like sometimes you can kill them right away, other times like they actually kill you even though you're in the middle of a slide or a spin. Like they have some kind of invincibility trump. Oh geez, I'm really scared. Okay, now we're good. Like there I had to be like really careful too for that matter. I mean, why wouldn't you though? Game of Thrones is huge. So I definitely don't blame them, you know, for milking the cow. But at the same time, you know, you got to milk it properly. And it's hard to do, especially when you don't have like boundaries of a book or something like that kind of keeping you honest. It can be tough. We were just talking about, you know, the cursed child the other day as well, kind of in the same boat. And that's no fun. You know, I totally understand. No, we do not like the mummies. They don't work with us at all. Who knows? They're probably like hella brainwashed, Inky. To where they're just like, you know, they feel like they're doing a good deed, like they're protecting the pyramid, and their defenses are impenetrable, but not in the case of Crash Bandicoot. he has a way around that. What's going on, Balto? I'm not so sure it's motor oil. It's some kind of oil, though. Could be tar. Maybe there's just a lot of people who smoke cigarettes, and the tar just is built up. What's going on, Fentanyl? How are you doing? Ancient aliens. Hey, who knows? Aliens could have been a thing in the past, for all we know. Oh man. Yeah, I gotta wait. Aliens are not necessarily just a thing of the future. Yo, thank you for the good luck, by the way. What's going on, Demon Killer? You're not gonna fool me. Ain't no need to restart now. Certainly not. The watermarks on the walls? Yeah, it's a pretty nice detail. It is a pretty nice detail for sure. It's basically a warning. Future Frenzy and Gone Tomorrow are basically warnings of like, this could happen to you if you don't save the world. As if you needed more motivation to save the world. Like, they've got you covered right there. Exactly. He's already dead, so he doesn't actually need to breathe. They're the perfect protector. Yeah, it's the shield. If you put the shield in front of you, you'll be protected from the water and you can still breathe. If only it were that easy. Everybody would just scuba dive with shields instead of air tanks. That would be something. Doom, doom. do, 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 do. I'm trying to be a little bit careful here because I want to get third mass form later on in the level. That's okay, and I'm pretty comfortable with that jump. I'm terrified of the deep sea. It is, I mean, it is something to be concerned about. I remember when I went down to the Outer Banks a few years ago, the undertow, which is the current that kind of pulls you out to sea, is pretty strong in that part of the Atlantic Ocean. So there was a point in time where actually me and a friend, we swam out a little too far, and basically we started getting pulled out to sea, and we had to swim. You swim parallel with the shore, and that's how you get back. You kind of swim sideways and let the current, let the waves kind of push you back, and that, you know, we got back to shore no problem, but it was kind of scary once you got to the point to where you couldn't touch the ground anymore, because you got to swim, man. Otherwise you're going down. And thankfully everything was all right. What's up? Excuse me, Electrofiend, and yes, this run is looking good so far. Hopefully it stays that way. It was pretty scary at the time, Magatoth, because even though I knew what to do, I still had to do it. And you never know when you're going to get tired out there in the ocean, and we had been out there for a little while. But everything worked out, and I'm here. So that's what matters. I think everybody's had, you know, that kind of experience, Flareon. You know, I'm sorry that happened to you twice, but I'm glad that you made it out of there. I feel like Michael Phelps would probably do something on Jackass. Like, if the right stunt came up, I feel like he would get involved. Still can't beat him in less than 4 minutes. Honestly, like, knowing what to prioritize first, like knowing what to kill first in the boss battles, Zekro, is very important. Like, once you have an idea of what the most important body parts are to clear first and prioritize, it gets a lot better. I remember Engine used to be a pretty high variance boss battle for me before I really knew, like, you know, what to prioritize. And it's gotten a lot better for me since I've been able to figure out, like, basically how to route the boss battle. Oh yeah, that's right. That Gatling gun's a little tougher. You also want to stick to like one shoulder too, because even as the shoulders close and open, by the time you switch back and forth between the two, you've already lost, you know, the shoulders don't stay closed that much. So you kind of just want to stick with one. Wearing a full boiler suit once? What do you mean by a boiler suit? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I gotta get rid of this bomb here, because my health is kind of low. I don't want it to hit me. Ah. Okay, that's fine. See, then you can actually get rid of one of them, which is really nice. And that helps you a lot if you're able to stick with one. And now that we're over here where we can just, you know, where we have two right next to each other, you can probably just hit two at once. A boiler suit is what mechanics wear? Oh, I see. Okay, so we didn't save a ton of time, but we still did save some, which is good. And yo, Raz, what's happening? How you doing? Yeah, I feel like that would just be like a weight suit, basically. I feel like wearing a boiler suit in the water would just not go well. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, fentanyl. Yeah, I do. Oh, I do bug light first. That's right. I do bug light first. Not entirely sure, Shazen. We have options. We have options though. And yo, what's going on, Mitch? How you doing? No, we're not going to have enough time to do 105. That's probably going to be tomorrow. Alright, sounds good, Netrex. Hey, you be a good boy too, man. You be a good boy too and get them gains. Aw, man. Yeah, I hope you have a good one. 510%. I'm sorry, man. The maximum percent I can do at one time is Tree Fitty. I'm so scared. Okay. Yeah, like, I was really nervous around that guy. I thought he was going to kill me because I didn't have a mask. But we're good now. Why bug light first? Yeah, it's the masks. So you can get 2 masks, hopefully, for Gone Tomorrow, and then bring whatever masks are left over into Flaming Passion. And then you save the vehicle levels for last where masks don't matter. Three times 100% and 105 twice. That's so arbitrary. That is so arbitrary, though. Yeah, Aku Aku no longer performs his double duty as a light bulb. He outsourced that to the Fireflies back in Crash 2. So he could focus more on some of his other duties. Do doom do doom doom do doom do doom do doom doom do doom bum 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 bum. All right, so far so good. 10,000%. I wonder how long that would take. What's going on, Scarecrow? The world record is what you see in front of you, this 3:24:37. So, if I beat this time, then I will get the world record. Or I will rather beat my own world record, for that matter, because I currently do have it. Yeah, no problem, Scarecrow. We got you. And thank you for the good luck. I do appreciate it. The run's definitely not over yet, that's for sure. How so, Flareon? You could have answered that question. You could have answered that question multiple ways, Laurenius. Don't even worry about it. That's interesting. Womp womp. That's fine. We've got, oh no, there is no other mask. That's right. In the time trial, there would be another mask, but not in this case. Whew, okay. That was almost going to be a problem. There we go. How much is the possible time save? I'm running up against a gold split, so I would need to gold split again to press this advantage further, but it's possible that we could with a solid warp 5. So right now we're basically trying to get a new gold split, or at least maintain our current lead to close it out. But we'll see. Anything can happen at the night show, that's for sure. I remember there was a Twitter post that somebody made about like male thought jobs, and they had a list of like 8 or 9 jobs, and I thought about it, and I'm just like, you know, this list is actually kind of accurate. I was wondering before I read the list if it was just going to be like some kind of joke list or something like totally off the wall, but I thought about it and I'm just like, you know, she might be right. Oh, that sucks. A gold split is a slang term for a best segment, Scarecrow. Is it possible to download my splits everywhere? For my Insane Trilogy splits, not currently, though I can upload them later. A lot of my, like, original Trilogy splits are archived. For some reason, I just never really, did that with the Insane Trilogy splits. So currently, no, but I can upload them later. Well, that's annoying. There we go. Send me a whisper with the splits that you're looking for, and I can hook you up later, Shazin. Okay, well that first death kind of stunk, but like my death perception was just a little off, and ended up not being able to land on the carpet. If you noticed, after that, I actually double jumped when I technically didn't need to. I think to get onto each of the carpets because I did not want to fall short again. That would have been really bad if that happened. Oh, I see. I see, Flareon. I think I've been messing up the timing on the character switches. My early ones were better, but these are a little bit off, unfortunately. Yo, Electuteca, how's it going? And thank you. Thank you. I have to agree. Definitely very happy with how it came out. And how are you doing? Alright, no worries, Jacko. But yeah, gold split is slang for best segment, which means it's the best that I've ever done a particular split, Scarecrow. It kind of is though, Flareon, because you really want to continue the story, but because you're dealing with stuff in print, sometimes it can be hard to find. I totally forgot about that speed pad over there, by the way. But it's alright, we're not going to need it. I want to make sure I didn't crash into anybody, because that would be bad. Do 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 do. Maybe if I had been more ballsy, I would have gone for that. But I thought I was surely gonna hit the rough, so I had to let it go. Cool. Alright, just the angry bombers. Just the angry bombers and Cortex. See, they can do that, though, because somebody else is breaking the law, Balto. So it's okay. They are the law, indeed, Raz. Losing on orange asphalt, then game over 6 times isn't. Did both of those I was gonna say, did both of those instances happen to you? And it sounds like it did. Think you're alright, but it's relative? Indeed it is, but feeling alright is definitely good news. It is definitely good to hear. Then yeah, no problem, Scarecrow. I got you. What laws are crash breaking? Trying to stop Cortex, apparently. I mean, they are street racing. Let's be honest. But there's no other cars on the road, so I don't even know what the big deal is. It's not like we're racing in traffic or anything. Oh, geez. What is going on? Ah, there we go. I was gonna say, like, what's the deal? Like, why isn't that guy going down? There we go. And we get a little health thing here, so it's all gravy. Also, I was using the D-pad for this part. I think that was probably a mistake. But that's okay. Didn't really cost us. Why is he bent on conquering the world right now? He's just drunk on power, man. What's up, Kona Ruse, by the way? How are you doing? Feeling pretty good today, too, Electuteca. I'm glad you're feeling happy today. That is good news. You can just go to one of those times where you already did. The thing is, there's always something, Zekro. There's always something that he doesn't control. And that's the problem. And that eventually is his downfall. Maybe he's not allowed to have a license, and maybe that's why the cops are after him, is because he doesn't have a license. And he's a known street racer. And yeah, no problem, Electuteca. Nice. The mines are always a sweat in this boss battle. You got to be careful. Yo, welcome, Howling Wolf. How's it going? I'm glad you're doing fine, Kona Ruse, by the way. And we don't know that yet, Wraithe. It ain't over till it's over. It definitely ain't over until it's over. Working bank holiday Monday, getting paid extra. Well, that's good. At least you get that extra pay. That is very nice to have. I imagine nobody's feeling particularly festive about the bank holiday either. It's what people are doing, what people do on their day off, for that matter. Can he even reach a legal driving age? Good point. Okay. Okay, well that happened. Where did I lose? Oh yeah, I died in Flaming Passion. That's right. So a small improvement, but an improvement nonetheless. And yeah. Technically a new record.